Yeah, it's really interesting because I feel like we as a civilization don't really have a purpose. Like as like a collective humanity, like what's our purpose? Like it doesn't really seem like we have one. Like it doesn't really seem like humanity has a mission other than make money and
Innovate. It's like innovate technology to. It's like I feel like our goal is to solve problems, isn't it?
yeah, it's like to continue making like society better. But I don't really like. I guess what I mean is, and I've never really thought about this idea, so sorry if it comes out jumbled. But we've never. There's not this kind of agree. I guess there's not an agreed upon unifying purpose. Like there's not something that we all like focus on that is like, okay, this is what we're doing as a civilization. There's like other than protecting climate change, but it's like we fucking made this problem in the first place.
Yeah, we did. It's like a partly man-made problem.
Yeah, it's like we created a problem that we're
trying to solve it.
Yeah, that's our purpose. But we as a civilization don't have a collective goal like that we're trying to accomplish, which is kind of fucked up. Like, I mean, we keep innovating, like we keep making better phones, we keep making like, I don't know, maybe it's just to have more sex. But
I felt like if without societal organizations and people having a purpose and education and all that, it would be like, you see how monkeys constantly fuck all the time? We would basically be like that. We would just be fucking.
Aren't we like that?
We would just be fucking all the time. Like it would just be, we want food and we want to fuck, and that would be our entire life. Is basically you're breeding and you're eating food to survive.
Yeah.
And I think the first humans were basically like that. And eventually they got to a point where it's like, oh, this guy's smart. He invented a stick or something. He like got a
He's
stick.
going places.
He's this guy. The next Elon, he's going places. This guy created like a throwing rock shit contraption. And it's like, that's when we slowly kind of went from there. But the first set of humans probably just were fucking horn dogs, and we're like monkeys now. It's like they constantly wanted to.
Yeah, fuck. I guess it's like everybody like, I don't know though how many individual. I mean, everybody has a career. Everybody has a career, but it's weird. Like I feel like everybody is kind of out for themselves, and there's not a. And it's like, I sound like a fucking communist.
No, it's like, I kind of get what you mean, but the way that I always saw it was like, well, it wasn't like the way I always saw it. It's just the way what I've realized over the past few years was just like, yo, what the fuck's the point? Like the whole thing is pointless. Like there's no point in the grand scheme of things. Like in the grand scheme of things, our existence is completely pointless. But in a smaller scale, in a much, much smaller scale, like tiny, tiny scale, you start thinking about yourself, start thinking about your friends, your family, the people around you. That's when you see purpose. That's when you're like, oh, I can find some sort of purpose to provide for, my family, or like to have a kick-ass time with my friends and provide value. And you're like, on a smaller scale, I see purpose, but you're right, like, as a collective, I feel like it's pointless. Like the whole thing.
And I don't see that. And what's really important about what Elon's doing is that has like this really macro level, a huge purpose is to push humanity forward. And I guess I'm disappointed that I don't see like more people buying into that or wanting to be part of that.
A lot of people on Reddit and Twitter hate him. They don't like him. And it's fucking weird. Yeah, it's super bizarre. It's like, okay, cool. You don't agree with some of his opinions. You don't have to agree with everyone. I don't always agree with Andrew Schultz. I still watch him. I don't always agree with Joe Rogan. I still watch him. There's a lot of people I don't always agree with.
Yeah, it's like...
So what? It's like you don't disagree with his opinions. Sometimes he says weird-ass shit. The guy is... to say that he's not like... Honestly, to say he's not unique is fucking weird.
And
like to not admit that.
And then he's not making a massive like he is the Michael Jordan of entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Like he really is the greatest, like as far as like what he's created, he's impacted more. Like by the time he's done, he's gonna have a bigger impact than Steve Jobs. He's gonna have a bigger impact than Sam Walton. He's gonna have a bigger impact than all of these larger than life business figures.
Yeah, I just hope no one kills him, man.
Yeah, me too.
I'm kind of worried. I'm legit worried about it. Like that someone's gonna be like, "Yo, fuck this guy," and end up killing him. Like there was a movie by Jodie Foster was in it, and Matthew McConaughey, where it's like Jodie Foster goes to space. I can't remember what the hell the movie was, and man, I love that movie. It's so awesome. Can't remember what it's called. I wish I could recommend it right now. But look up Jodie Foster and Matthew McConaughey movie. You'll probably find it.
If somebody assassinates Elon, I'm no longer gonna joke about being on Team Robot, and I'm gonna fully commit being on Team Robot. Done with humanity. We just need to fucking get the machines up and running, and so because
it's like we basically fucked up big time. Yeah. But yeah, like the reason why I was thinking about that movie was because there is a point where they're gonna go to space, and I think the whole point was to send someone there, in a particular spot where basically the premise of the movie is that they got messages from potentially aliens to build a certain machine, and it's
Contact,
that's the one. Yeah. Very awesome movie. I loved it. I watched it maybe a month or two ago. And what's awesome about it was like there was a point in the movie, obviously no spoilers unless well, actually no, it's not much of a spoiler. But there's a point in the movie where someone just like destroys this massive part of what they built, even though they spent so much money and so much time building it. And to me, it kind of feels like because there's all these conspiracies going on, and that's what led this person to destroy all this work that someone made, that a group of people made. So in my head, I'm thinking like someone might target Elon because he's pushing innovation and all that. And I'm sure there's all these conspiracies and all this shit going on. That's like, hey, what if he does? What if he controls our brains? He's trying to create chips. Well, actually, he pretty much is trying to control our brains, I guess.
I'm all for it. I'm all for Neuralink. Yeah. Sign me up.
Yeah, I'm all for put a chip in my brain that like I can snap my fingers and I go to bed immediately without struggling to go to bed. I'd fucking love that. Humanity would be so much more chill. Like people around everywhere would be way more chill if everyone could get their 8 hours. Like, if everyone could get their 8 hours, everyone could get their 7 hours.
And if you could just, like, quantum compute and everybody did mushrooms.
Everyone did LSD.
Everyone did mushrooms.
One day, we need to have an LSD.
Sorry, Marwan's parents.
Everyone needs to do psychedelics at the exact same time. Yeah. The world would be fucking incredible, man. I think
we talked about that. Like, can you imagine if just like this is just like happened? Like, what Twitter would be like?
Yeah, what Twitter, Instagram, all that would be like the shit people would do.
That's the Great Reset that they're talking about.
Yeah, that's the Great Reset.
It's like that's why we're legalizing drugs. Is because Trudeau wants everybody to do LSD.
Dude, maybe he took LSD or mushrooms and he was like, "Yo, everyone needs to do this."
He probably did.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
He probably did that, and that's why he decided to give the We Charity so much money.
Yeah. Did you like that short clip? If you did, there's a link below with the full episode, so you can check that out. Also, consider liking and subscribing because that helps me out with the YouTube algorithms. Also, I'm a minority, so technically, I think I'm a minority. Depends on where you live. So technically, if I am a minority in the area that you live in, it's almost like, if you like and subscribe, it's almost like you are donating to charity. Holy shit, you don't need to donate to charity anymore. That's so sick. I think that's how it works. I actually don't. know if that's how it works. Do you want a plant? I got a plant. If you like and subscribe, you might get a free plant. Okay, I'm not saying it's a guarantee, I'm saying there's a potential. So you like and subscribe, and then you comment that I like and subscribe, and you say, can I get a free plant? So you ask, can I get a free plant? And then I'll look at your comment and I'll give you a yes or a no. Okay, I don't judge people. I don't judge people on how they look. So anybody can get it. Okay, it doesn't matter what color your skin tone is. It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter how you used to look like. I don't even judge your pre-existing looks either. Like if you looked bad before, if you were, let's say you were chubby before, okay, let's say you had some weight, you gained a little bit of pounds, okay, but then you lost it, okay, I'm not gonna look through your old pictures and say, hey, you used to look, you know, a little bit overweight. We don't want to give plants to people that are overweight because I don't want to contribute to your problem. I don't want to be that kind of guy. So I'm saying is I'm not gonna be that kind of guy. So you get a free plant, maybe, maybe not, we'll see. You like and subscribe and we're good. We're good.